Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to another Tyler Perry episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today, we shall be discussing Ruthless, Season 3, Episode 3. Episode 4 dropped today, but I will be reviewing that on Saturday, probably. But what do we got going on with Episode 3? So, people are like, oh, you got to watch it. Got some things, exciting things happening. I guess the biggest thing is the sheriff. So the sheriff shows up and finds Daikon and crew with guns drawn on Sheriff Detective Brian, undercover FBI agent Brian. Hello, spilled the tea. The highest bath was dry. What? It was dirty. The highest bath water was dirty. Tally warned everyone about the sheriff at episode 4 is the best so far. I did not see episode 4. So we're only doing episode 3. So episode 3, the sheriff again pulls the gun on Brian after finding Daikon and crew with Brian held hostage. It was interesting that Brian didn't notice how the sheriff didn't give a fuck that these men had guns on him. Like, they had guns pointing at Brian's head, and the sheriff was completely calm talking to Daikon, and Brian never picked up on maybe he's the one who's about to get surprised in this situation. So anyway, but how did we get here? How did we get to the sheriff? Because Brian got caught because a trained FBI agent drove up without his car. He parked his car for some reason way down the fucking street, then walked his happy ass wearing his regular clothes, not his sheriff uniform. He just walks his happy ass up to the old couple's house, and he does not hear Daikon and crew creeping up on him. That doesn't make sense. Like, that makes absolutely no sense. Okay. But same thing happened with Oliver being stuck in the tree. Oliver had a weapon pointed at Andrew and crew in a tree all damn day and part of the night. Okay. And somehow he got down from the tree, and Andrew and them didn't do anything. They let Oliver get out of the tree, point the gun again, and then all of a sudden, fucking Andrew just creeps up on Oliver because he didn't hear his ass like behind him. That doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, what is happening? Like, I was like, Oliver should have been in the tree. They should have shot him as soon as he tried to come out from the tree. Oliver, stop it. Lacey has to be one of the dumbest persons on the show, shooting and killing both Dale's parents. Yeah, let's talk about that dumb shit, because I'm confused. Because, okay, so Lacey and Paula, they kill the parents because they're concerned that the parents have called the sheriff, and the sheriff is in on the Raku camp. However, after the parents are dead, and now they're sitting up there holding guns somehow, where the fuck did they get those clothes from? How did they have like regular clothes all of a sudden that perfectly fit? That doesn't make sense. But anyway, wait. So then they're pointing guns, and then they're concerned that the sheriff hasn't come yet. Then now they're crying because the sheriff hasn't come yet to come rescue them, and they're worried about that. I'm like, well, I thought they thought that the sheriff was in on it. I'm like, what? And then Daikon and them are outside. The parents didn't know about the sheriff being a part of it. I guess. I mean, I didn't watch episode 4. I'm assuming they get more into this sheriff being part of the Raku thing, because the only time I saw him at the camp was when he went with the agent Brian and he got those brownies or something. Like he came back home with some kind of basket full of food, and he was eating the shit out of that food. And we all know it had drug. That was back when Tyler Perry was still doing the storyline that the Raku people were recruiting people by brainwashing them with drug infested food. And he got some of it, but I never saw him go back because of it. Is that how they recruited him? Is that when they recruited him? I don't know. Again, maybe they discussed this in episode 4. I don't know. Paula shot the parent too, right? Yeah, they both assisted with shooting the parents. Which one of them now all of a sudden has the arm sling? Because all of a sudden she gets shot in the shoulder. When did she get shot? And then one of them is like, "Oh my God, my shoulder." I'm like, this motherfucker. Then the other one makes her an arm sling. I was like, ain't this a bitch? Max gonna be like, what is going on with Brian's red flags? Where is Mac? I mean, like, we need to get back to Mac and Malcolm, and like that whole situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's Paula got shot. Thank you. That fake ass wound. I was like, this is that bullshit. I was like, I mean, Tyler Perry. I don't know why his special effects look so bad, considering the resources he has available to him. It doesn't make sense. They still ain't made it to Mexico for the kid drug mule. So let's get into that. Let's get into the fact that somehow the highest still thinks Yancey is still alive. Like, how is it no one has found Yancey's body? Like, he's dead as fuck. Like, he's been dead for a very long time. Like, the Real Housewives of the FBI. We did coin that phrase. And that would be a great show, because there's a whole lot of things going on back there. How do people think Yancey's still alive? Apparently they found Melinda's body already. And now we got a new elder mother to replace the other elder mother, who they didn't even acknowledge is dead. Like, this poor woman in real life, I mean, she passed away, but they can at least acknowledge her character, and the Raku camp should have a funeral for her character. You know what I'm saying? Where's Lynn? Daikon called her, and she said she was supposed to join the Raku. We still don't know if Sarah is killed in the shower. You're right, Spill the Tea. There's so many things. Daikon found the body of Yancey. So if he found the body, why hasn't he told the highest that Yancey is dead? Because the highest told Joan, I think, go tell Yancey that we're gonna go buy new buses and drive out of here. Joan and River are not going to get away with getting the money once they get the cash from the highest. I don't understand why they have to keep Daikon and the highest alive to get the money when Joan is in charge of the money. Like, she's the one that set up the fake companies and some other bullshit, and somehow they got $3 million at their disposal, and they just don't leave and collect the $3 million like on their own. Joan doesn't leave and just go collect the $10 million on their own. They mentioned the elder mother in the episode. You got to watch it in episode 4, I guess. Is that what you mean, Spill the Tea? But anyway, so it's not ironic because Tyler Perry wrote this shit, but so Ruth tells River not to cross her or she's going to kill her, and then River all of a sudden says, "Hey, let's cross Ruth and just take all the money." Joan is Aggie? Is Aggie? Yes, episode 4. All right, so I will watch episode 4 and then we can talk about that. If Joan was about to straight shit on herself when Ruth told her she had to go talk to the highest. Like, that was hilarious. And then she gets in there, and and he tells her exactly what Ruth told him, and she's like, yeah, we're gonna blame all the missing money on Lilo, and just said he stole the cartel's money, and then they're just gonna let us go and not ask for the rest of their money. They're gonna just take our word for it. That doesn't make any sense. Also, by now, these said cartel leaders or people should have been seen at this point, so we know who these people are. Also, remember, Lilo is the son of a senator, but somehow his senator father has made no effort to figure out where he's at. He also was a probation officer, which means he had coworkers or at least a supervisor or some shit, and none of them have made any effort to figure out where Lilo is at. Clark is dead too. No one found him yet. I'm like, damn, I'm sorry to say this. When they found Melinda's body and the new elder mother was like, she had a knife wound in her head. I'm like, they didn't notice the semen on her face. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she was, sucking dick before she died. So I'm curious why they didn't notice any signs of said actions. Elder Mother Marva has to be the funniest character on this show. She was hilarious. She always is hilarious. So Ruth is once again, she's now elevated herself within the Raku structure, and now she's trying to convince the highest on how to manipulate the situation. So Marva is diminished because she's getting too big for her old britches. And I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. And it works. I mean, and I like how Ruth was able to manipulate the situation by still acknowledging that men are far superior to women, and therefore she's like your highest, like, I can never be as smart as you and as smart as Daikon and the other men in the camp. I'm just a lowly woman, and I'm just trying to express myself. So I like how Tyler Perry is using the dialogue to acknowledge that Ruth understands her situation, right? That even now, even though she has more, influence over the highest, she still has to play the role of the lowly woman. And in the way the construct of this society is, men are over women. So I did like that. Andrew and them stopped when they seen the car. They could have kept running. Yeah. True. Oliver reminds me of Jay from All the Queen's Men, just country and dumb. Yes. Oliver is by far the country bumpkin that don't make any sense. And he's like, just take me to the cabin. Just take me to the cabin so I know that she's okay. So you're gonna lead Andrew and crew who's trying to capture all three of you to where they're at the cabin, Oliver? Like, that makes sense to you? What? I don't know what's going on that. Elder Mother Marva was the RuPaul is in the RuPaul show called AJ and the Queen. Oh, really? On Netflix. She played one of the drag queen's mothers. That's her real accent. Oh shit! Spill the tea. That right there. You made it for. I didn't realize that was a real accent. I just knew she was making that shit up. Highest made Ruth his wife. Oh, you're talking about in episode 4, I guess. Which I haven't watched yet. Oliver is the Black Forrest Gump. No, Oliver is Bubba. That's who Oliver is. Oliver is Bubba from Forrest Gump. But why didn't Lacey and Paula go through the back door? Brian should have been in the back of the house, not in the front in plain sight. Also true. These are all true. Also, I mean, Lacey, one of them, Paula is shot by now. Somehow she hasn't bled to death, considering how profuse her wound is or whatever. Manny is a weirdo. Which one of them is Manny? So the cleaning the chair thing. So Ruth somehow knew that sending Zane to try to clean the highest's chair was going to cause Elder Mother Marva to be shook and come see Ruth about it. And then Ruth perfectly plays mind games on Marva to get her to volunteer herself to say, I am too old. I am too old, and the highest wants to get rid of me. I was like, what? Like, how do we get? That's why you're called Elder Mother, because you're older. You know what I'm saying? Manny raped Melinda. Oh, thank you. All right. Yeah, he needs to be killed. And Zane. Oh, okay. Melinda. Okay. Well, he raped Zane. Yes. So Melinda gave up the mouth willingly. Like I wouldn't go that far. Like Melinda was like, hey, let me put you in this glory hole and I'll take care of you. I wouldn't go so far. I wouldn't go that far. Like he raped Zane, yes. But Melinda thought she was gonna suck her way to freedom, and that didn't work out for her. Manny is the guy who raped Zane and killed Melinda. All right, gotcha. So all right, so and he is with Daikon right now, right? He's with Daikon right now. Pointing guns at Brian, I guess. Ruth is a elder 2. That's right. She got promoted to an elder. I do remember that. I mean, I think she got elevated for a while. Oh yeah, that was legit, a glory hole. As I'm understanding it. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, what was the point then? Oh, River. Let's talk about River. So somehow he's magically cured of frostbite. Like now he can walk and shit, like with like no problems. Like you don't heal from frostbite. Okay. Not as black as his foot was when they kind of showed it. Like that was that bullshit. But somehow he's and he really thinks he's gonna live in the finance trailer to avoid Daikon. Doesn't make any sense. Why did the sheriff have the Raku guys pull down their guns only to reveal he's working for them? That's a good point. Didn't they risk giving Brian a chance to escape? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I thought Tyler Perry probably thought he was being clever, and he wasn't. Yes, Manny is with Daikon. Thank you. So is Manny going to replace Clark? Because that's right, Clark is dead, and no one seems to notice. There's a lot of dead people that people don't notice. They never treat Ruth like an elder. True. No more limping for River. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get how River is all of a sudden cured. Whatever. But again, how is it that River wasn't smart enough to figure out that if the highest all of a sudden came up with a plan that he told Joan that they're going to pin this whole money laundering thing on Lilo, that it had to be Ruth that gave him the highest the plan, that she somehow must know about this. I'm very confused on that. River said that Raka fucking doo-doo. That yeah, River's killing it. Like I think he's messing up some of these lines on purpose, and Tyler Perry like this lets it stay in the script. Like I think there was one time he was going the wrong direction. Like River and Joan were standing in front of the finance trailer, and they had to go to their posts, and River went the wrong direction. And Joan was like, hey, where the hell are you going? We need to go to the finance trailer. And then he turned around and went to the finance trailer. And then he said Raka or Raku or Cuckoo, whatever. So I'm thinking he actually is messing this stuff up. But then Tyler Perry just makes it part of the script. Sheriff's a snitch. River and Joan will be dead. Yeah, the cartel won't fall for that. Of course, the cartel won't fall for that. Also, they don't give a fuck. They're going to want their money. They're going to be like, you are in charge of the money, highest and crew. So give us our money. Ruiz from Power, and Pancho. Ruiz, Pancho need to come back, and they need to play the cartel leaders. Like I need some more for Mecca. Fuck it. Now that Mecca's dead off of Power Book 2, Mecca needs to play the leader of the cartel, and he needs to Pancho. I want Pancho, Ruiz, and Mecca to be the three cartel leaders that pop up for no damn reason. Like, that's what I need. That's what I need. I need more former power actors on this show. Run the Rockadushis because they always run for no reason. They need to join the Olympics because they're always running. Like running where? I don't even know. Like I don't even know. Sheriff don't know about Poke either. Poke is dead as fuck. That new deputy that they got has made no effort to go check on Poke. How has no one found his body? I don't get that. They're probably going to let Lilo never left his car because he was driving the car. Plus, somebody told us. What if the cartel got someone inside who's snitching? That would be interesting. That's the other thing. All right. So then it was Manny. Was it Manny interrogating Brian when he was like, we found your car, we found your ID and your notebook that says there's a snitch inside the Raku camp? I was like, this is going too damn far. So I thought Brian was dead right there anyway. But again, I didn't watch episode 4. The Raku camp is filled with naked men and older mothers and dead bodies. Thank you, Spill the Tea. Everything Tyler Perry enjoys. I don't know what's going on. Those bodies are piling up. Poke dead and no one cares. Also true, but somehow Andrew got rid of the body. I don't think we even saw that. So and he got rid of the surveillance footage or whatever. I mean, I don't even know what's going on with that. So Zane, Ruth is trying to put Zane in the position of power, if you will. So she's like laying out the chessboard so she can run all the major parts of the Raku camp. She still has not had sex with the highest. So I was wondering what that's going to be like. Yes, it was Manny and some other guy interrogating Brian. Thank you. Valeria, Mecca, Liliana can join the camp as the highest as family members. Spill the tea. That would be amazing. Because obviously Queens is not coming back. Mecca is dead and Liliana should be dead soon. So they all should be free for jobs. Them bodies are stacking. William is still stuck in the garden. His dead ass is still stuck in the garden and no one has even found his body or smelled his body. Yeah, like the whole compound should be stinking by now. I mean, they don't have air conditioning or anything else. So it should be smelling quite like shit there. What happened to the outdoor showers? Like, you remember when they kept on showing scenes of the men just butt naked out there in the showers, like for no reason, and like they stopped that altogether? Like, when's the last time they cleaned up of themselves? I don't understand. So we just got to see. I didn't see episode 4, so I'll check that out tomorrow. Yeah, I probably will review episode 4 at 12. No, I'm not. I'm getting a haircut. Shit. So when am I doing episode 4? Maybe tomorrow night, but probably Saturday afternoon. It's either going to be tomorrow night around 6-7 o'clock or Saturday afternoon. It's probably when I'll do episode 4. One of those. I just got to see. Let Ghost be the leader of the cartel. I was thinking about that. I'm thinking Ghost should come as like the next FBI agent to oversee this investigation once Mac gets fired for the fact that Malcolm has banged like all his employees' wives and he gets fired. So then the Ghost comes to replace Mac. That's what I'm hoping for. 1 or 2. Please clarify 1 or 2. What are you asking me? Tomorrow night, good. I'll see. I fell asleep. That's why I'm late right now. Like I have a very long day. And I fell asleep on my couch and my wife called me and she was like, David, like, why are you not up? Like recording? I was like, I'm sorry, baby, I fell asleep. But I'm back, So anyway, maybe I'll come home, take a nap, and then I'll do episode 4. This weekend, we got Bel Air, Snowfall, Pieces of Her. We're going to review the series Pieces of Her. Kim and I are going to do that. We got From episode 6 and 7, which will be Sunday evening. And what else do we got? Remember when Tally dug her hands in that shitty toilet? Yep, for the spark plugs. Yep, remember that, dude? That was real shit. No pun intended. But I was like, it was rough. And from So from is gonna be later in the evening. Because I can't access the new episodes until they put it online. That's not till late in the afternoon. Mac definitely needs to be fired because he has no control over his workers, he's supposed to be the boss. Yep. I bet you're gonna find out Malcolm slept with Mac's wife. Like, I'm really waiting. I'm waiting for that to happen, and then Mac kills Malcolm, and then that's how he gets replaced. Like, that's what I need to happen right there. They just need to get back to that story. Like, again, it's a very interesting story. They just haven't done anything with it. The new deputy, the bigger woman, I'm assuming they replaced the other one. Maybe that's what it was. I hope the original actress didn't pass away too. But I don't know. That new elder mother, is she gonna be around? I don't know. William's ass was bleeding, and that was hard. Yeah, that was some hard shit. Spilled the tea. Tyler Perry, certain things Tyler Perry focuses on, and it hurt me. Malcolm had sex with everyone. He absolutely did. Yes. Anyway, we'll get to all that. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please like on the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Please tell your friends. Please stop by and tell your friends to stop by and say hello. She had on a fat suit. Why did she have on a fat suit? Like, that don't make sense. I looked at her face. I don't think that's the same actress. But if it was, why did she have on a fat suit? Like, either way, it doesn't make sense. Malcolm slept with everyone. Who's next? The ladies love him. Yeah, he's definitely putting it down. I tell you, Mac's wife is next. Please leave a permanent comment on the video. Please tell your friends, come stop by us, and we can explore the family. I will see you at some point. Like either tomorrow, definitely Saturday. We got a few things coming up Saturday. As the months go on, we have a lot more shows coming back that we're gonna be recovering. So I spoke to Stacy yesterday. She says hello, and she's doing fine. We hope to see her back on the channel, but she's doing okay, and she does miss all of you. Who's pregnant by Malcolm? That's a good question. Someone needs to be pregnant at this point. That should be Malcolm is light skinned with good hair. Thank you for bringing that up. Did y'all notice how River is a slightly older version of Jason from The Oval? Like, they could be brothers as close as they look. No condom Malcolm. I see where you're going with that. Ruth and Malcolm having sex with everyone. I wouldn't go so far with that to say with Ruth. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's strategic about who she sleeps with, right? So it's Daikon. Yes, he's a leader. It's the highest. She's is a leader. No, she's not sick. Stacy's not sick. She's got some stuff going on in her life and stuff that she's trying to work out. And this YouTube thing, it takes time. It takes a lot of time. So she's just trying to get some things straightened out. And sometimes people just need a break. Like, I've seen some other channels where people just stop for a while, and then they come back. Sometimes you just got to recharge your batteries, and do it again. You know what I'm saying? So. But again, she does miss you, and she will be back when she can. Malcolm looks like the highest, and Jason looks like River. I mean, I can see the Malcolm the highest thing. All right, but definitely Jason and River. And now that Jason is dead as fuck, I mean, Jason might be one of the new members as an actor. As an actor, it would be interesting as a character, since Ruthless and the Oval are similarly tied, not very close tied. They could have an issue where Jason, the character in Ruthless, is alive and well, and he joins the Raku camp. That would be interesting. Ruth slept with the highest and Daikon. That's only two. That's like Melinda again trying to suck her way to freedom. Like that was ridiculous. Tally. Well, Tally was pressured. Tally was pressured to sleep with Yancy. So there was a reason for that. So I mean, I wouldn't go that far. Jason isn't dead. He will be in season 4. All right, spill the tea. If you say he's not dead, I will say okay. Is there an article on that or something? What is going to be Andrew's storyline? He should never get rid of Tally. He's carrying. Yeah, so Tally's supposed to be pregnant with his baby. Ruth is supposed to be pregnant with Daikon. Jason will be seeding the highest. Man, that would be a change of pace. That would be interesting. I don't know. I think Jason would be an interesting character, particularly in Ruthless if he ever joined it. Jason probably will kill the highest. Yeah, he would. Like Jason's a hardcore murderer. He hasn't murdered a man though, so I wouldn't go that far. He would murder Ruth. He would try to murder Ruth so he could have the highest all to himself. Like I could see that. But he would kill a woman. I mean, he IMDb, but then again, IMDb it lies too. IMDb does lie a lot. So yeah, I wouldn't put money on that. Like if you saw like a Deadline article or something, I mean, obviously that would be more credible. You can't trust IMDb. That's that bullshit. I mean, we did several videos based on that, and it was not true, and I feel silly. But anyway, thank you, ladies. Thank you so much, and everyone for stopping by and saying hi to me. You're the reason why we keep on watching these shows. Robin, Eric, and Erica will save the Raku members. That would be perfect. That would absolutely be perfect. If the All Black channel, which is owned by the We channel, if they could combine with Tyler Perry and bring all these characters together, that would be awesome. That would be Jason probably will murder the other mother or one of the young ladies. Yeah. Jason likes to kill women. He likes to rape and kill women, which is terrible. But yeah, that's why I'm happy he's dead. The actor may join Power Book 2. I mean, that would be awesome too. I mean, if Lauren / Gail leaves Power and comes back to the Oval, and then Jason leaves the Oval and goes to Power, that would be hilarious. I never get on Double Cross how is beating all these people. I don't know. I don't know either. I don't know. I love that show though. I mean, it's crap, but I love it. All Black is terrible, cheap ass budget. Oh, have you heard of this new Black channel that they got coming called? It's like For Us By Us. It's like the Fubu channel. Have you heard about that shit? Like I saw on social media that they're making a whole new other Black platform that starts in April. And I'm like, what? Another one? Yeah, if you want to know something about it, leave me a comment, and I'll see if I can find them. They didn't do the news report right at the end of the Oval saying that Jason was dead. They reported that the other deaths on the show. Oh yeah, on the social media thing. When they act like, yeah, I've seen those news reports. Oh yeah, you heard about that? Spilled the tea. I'm like, what in the fuck is going on? He can be Lauren's brother trying to get revenge. That would be awesome. He just got out of rehab. He just got out of rehab. And he looks into his sister's death, which really should happen. Like it won't be the actor who played Jason, but they need to bring the brother into this. That would be I never get why is Double Cross for this so cheap. But when they showed the sister's house, Erica's house and her boyfriend's house, they live in a big ass mansion. I don't know. It's interesting where they put the money. It's real. I've heard about it. Yeah. I was like, for us, by us. I was like, what? I'm not. Stop it. Like, I'm not. Double Cross budget goes on Erica's house and her boyfriend's house. If Double Cross had a bigger budget and better writers, it would be a lot better show. Absolutely. The concept is awesome. Again, House Divided. House Divided is pretty good considering the budget and the channel it's on. Monogamy is by far the best show on All Black. But the budget is not. It must have the biggest budget of the shows that I watch on that channel anyway. But anyway, I'm gonna go hang out with my wife. Thank you guys. Thank you, ladies, very much. I will see all of you.